expected when taking my break from the game. I wasn't away for too long, but I did end up eating and checking out some stuff. And before starting the stream back up, I did change some settings. So now when I get into dialogue with other characters, I'm not actually going to be told whether the action I'm doing is a lawful good action, a chaotic evil action, or anything like that. So the only kind of things that are going to show up is how much of that skill do I need to actually pass the check, and it's going to basically ask me like, okay, so it requires you to have this leveled path to do this dialogue thing, and if you don't have it, it will just be grayed out. Because if I have access to dialogue, I want to know. If I don't, I just don't want to bother with it. Anyways, let's get on to the Great Shield Maze that Wenderwag and Lan have talked up so much. Right, and immediately there's some treasure, which is always nice. So let's grab that and move up. Okay, Sealer, I want you to charge... Yeah, him. Camellia, I'll actually have you assist Sealer and Lan. You're coming over here, and I'm going right there. Okay, this is a good enough shot.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Sealer, what are you doing? Right, well, that still went okay. So let's loot this group.
This one was beyond me. I hope you appreciate this.
Okay, so, to explain locked chests, because there is a bit of a, complication with that. If I remember right, as long as you're rolling within, like, as long as your rolls are 5 within range of failing, so say I have to roll a 10 and I roll a 5 or higher, but still below 10, I can keep attempting to pick the locked chest. So, Camellia failed the first time, but she was still within the range that I needed to pick the chest, and I was still allowed to do so. Sealer, do you mind healing Camellia? Once more? Okay, perfect. Now, oh yeah, trap. Right. So, since Camellia is my trickery character, let's unlink her and switch off point and click. Now I will reconnect her to the party, and here we are. Some loot and a door. Okay, Sealer,
lead on.
Let's try and get the party in. No, game. Okay, there's a cultist there. Let's try to sneak. Never mind, we were caught. Let's undo stealth. And sit me there, Lan is fine.
I found something.
Come on. Ah, damn it.
Rely on me.
Okay, well, let's loot all this, and then figure out the loot.
Call me again if you need to.
Thanks, Sealer, that was extremely helpful. I know this bookshelf also has a, yeah. Do not want to miss that. Okay. Now let's look at equipment. Because I think Sealer just got an upgrade. Yeah, she can't move as much, but she's a tank, so that's perfectly fine. Yeah, none of that's a problem, so
I will
yeah,
help where I can.
we're good there. Now, on to me. Nothing. Camellia, here we go. Spell chance failure is better with what you're currently wearing, but the other thing is worse. So I think I'll leave that on you. And she's got a buckler and a rapier. Her rapier is cold iron, so I feel like a masterwork rapier, not a good idea to replace that with, but a cold iron masterwork rapier. Now that I will give to her if I find. Also, we picked up some notes or some books or something useful. So let's see, a map. Here we go, book. So what I want to do is Almighty BL Lord, formidable and sublime. His body is a bastion of flesh rising up above all minotaurs. His head, with the visage of a goat, is crowned with horns of flame. His shoulders and raiment are emblazoned with great runes telling of his wisdom and might. In his hand he wields Isagol, his death-bringing scarlet glaive. Its dark blade cleaves and torments those who cling to false virtues and who grovel before gods. Hail Baphomet! Hail Lord of the Beasts of Galarian and Lord of the Labyrinth! Hail the scions of Baphomet, the mighty host unaccountable number. Uncountable in number. I speak the truth, bow down before your Lord and Master, and let his will lead ye. Worship at his feet, and ye shall receive what you desire. Okay.
I will not be trifled with.
And I learned something from that book. So if I go to my character, and I think it's going to be abilities, Tome of the Minotaur, Sermons from the Labyrinth. I get attack bonuses with glaive.
I do things my way.
So, yeah, if you've got a melee character and you haven't found what you're looking for yet, that might actually be a good option. And am I right in... Yeah, I missed that. I remember getting it last time.
This was simple enough.
Yeah, so, bas relief of Baphomet, Demon Lord of the Minotaurs and Lord of the Labyrinth. Extensive but slightly water damage collection of writings on rituals and demons. So yeah, a book filled of demon worship in the library makes sense. This is a cultist den by the looks of it, so I am not at all surprised to see that kind of stuff down here. Let's quick save just to be safe. I'm not really scared of dying here, but
Ow, what is that?
useful nonetheless. Thank you, Lan.
Time to rob them of their treasures.
Yeah, here we go. Sealer. Would you kindly charge... Ooh, I can't see what they got equipped, so they might just be unarmed. Sealer, can you charge them? Meanwhile, I'll stand over here and shoot that one. Camellia, move. Well, I finally got somebody. Lan stares at the dead mongrel with sorrow in his eyes. Hovlan. His name was Hovlan. Did you know him? Yeah, he's not from our tribe, but we're both hunters, so we'd cross paths from time to time in the caves. We'd share news and leave supplies for each other. Then he just disappeared. Lan frowns. He used to talk about wanting to try his luck in the maze. I thought he was long dead. If only he had been. Why would mongrels attack us? Aren't we all on the same side? Something's wrong with them. Look. Their bodies. It's like something's eating them from the inside out. Sure, maybe these guys just ate something weird or were having an off day, but I think something drove them out of their minds. Or someone. Seems like the shield maze of yours is crawling with cultists. How did they get here? I have no idea. This is my first time here too. Maybe they fell down here the same way you did. Lan shrugs awkwardly and looks away. Wonderwug comes here all the time. I'd ask her about it if she were here, come to think of it. Where is she? Let's go. This place might be even more dangerous than we thought. And there I was hoping that would be the meanest things in here. Lan's laughter sounds strained. These mongrels? And cultists? Now that I did not expect. I need to find out what's going on here. Understandable. Things are definitely not good. Well, let's get to looting. Because I'm a greedy bastard in these games.
Not this time.
Camellia?
I am helpful, am I not?
Okay, good. Now, let's just make sure I'm not missing any perception checks. Oh, what's this? Ah, yeah, this. Right, so this will be important later, but I'm not going to say when or how, and I will also tell... I'll try not to spoil the surprise, let's just say that much. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Camellia, please disarm that.
I am helpful, am I not?
Ooh, Seela, can you charge this guy? You should be able to.
Yeah!
Can I get over here? Come on, damn it, I need to get closer. Good job, team.
Together we stand.
Okay, let's do some serious looting here, because there's a lot of goodies. There could be some replacement weapons for us all, if we're lucky. Because drops here are very random. Like, a lot of the loot up until this point was very static and not randomized. Some of it still was, but... Well, yeah. I know that the healing one that Seela is carrying, I know that a lot of the loot around the time we met Lan and Wonderwug and... Well, moments leading up to this maze, a lot of the loot is not randomized. Or if it's randomized, it's all around the same value and about the same worth. But, this might be our first real shot at good loot. So, let's see, did I get a crossbow? I got a heavy crossbow. Cold iron masterwork javelin. That would be useful if I used javelins. What about Seela? Let's see here. So, 6 armor at a base. Scale mail. Ooh. Okay, nothing there. Shields. We got this heavy Baphomet shield, and it's about the same. So I won't bother with that. Do we got a better longsword? No, but we got a masterwork glaive. Too bad my companions can't read the books. That would have actually been very helpful. Okay, Camellia, as for you, I think that this is... Yeah, this is better. It's got a slight bit more of a chance for your spells to fail, but they rarely do, and it's a lot more defense. I think that's a good fit for her. And then there's Lan. Did we get a bow? No, we got a crossbow.
No reason to pause.
Right, well, let's continue on. Thanks, Camellia. That was some good work. And, oh, that looks like a rapier for Camellia. And it's worse.
You can trust me.
Rely on me.
Okay, well, let's continue on. Let's see.
Can't hide from me.
There we are, there's some loot. Anything else? Land? No? Okay. Oh, well they don't see me, so... For now, let's check over here. Canabras' system of aqueducts channeling water from river into the city. It was seriously damaged in the earthquake. I can see that. Makes sense.
They will break against our resolve.
Well, Seela, want to charge this guy? And Camellia, please stop being stupid and pull back.
A bright future awaits us.
Okay, now I think the first tough fight is actually through this door. I could be wrong. It might have been because of how inexperienced I was my first time through, but I remember behind this door being some really tough guys. So, yeah. I wanna... Who is he gonna... Okay, good.
Your luck's
Right, well, I'm gonna
World
flank this guy if I
crimson.
can. There we go.
I will help where I can.
That worked out. And that's a ring of protection. So, better armor, I think. And hopefully this will not conflict with her armor. If it does, I will just put it on my character. No, okay, that's fine. Perfectly good. And it seems both Seela and I need healing. Seela, please heal quick. There's me. Okay, good. That's the first time I've really had to majorly heal in here. At least more than one person. Camellia is a little low too. Better to be safe than sorry. Plus, this thing kind of heals at a random number, depending on roll. So, yeah, she's one short, but she could have been fully healed. The same with me and Sealer. That was just, not the luckiest on rolls. But that's fine. We gotten plenty lucky already. We got some good drops. And we can see that there are 2 corrupted mongrels here, so... Sealer...
Did I mess up again?
Can you charge one of them?
Did I mess up again? Did I mess up again?
The path isn't even blocked.
Do not fear! Do not waver! Did I mess up
Okay, yeah,
again?
it's just not gonna work.
The
Camellia,
spirits
you
demand
take
your
them.
blood.
Len and I got this guy.
You won't survive me.
We will win this war.
Okay, good work, team. Let's save here, because I remember some of the doors down here being extremely dangerous and scary. And, well, if I walk into the scary room, I really don't think I'm going to survive right now. Partly because my party isn't buffed, but also because we might pick up something really useful that could help us survive longer. I just gotta hope. Okay, is that everything? Yeah, looks to be. Down another set of steps. And anything... Nope. More mongrels. Oh, and Hand of Hasilla.
Save the
Sila,
last one for me.
you charge them. I'll let this play out as it is now. Okay, me... I'll go there.
This will leave a bruise.
God damn it. Okay, well, Sela, you heal yourself after you've healed Camellia. She took enough damage to justify it. Let's go again. And again. And again. Once more. There we go. And the Hand of Hostilla has a bit of loot. Okay, well, let's take those. And let's take a look at this. Hosilla's orders. Follow these simple rules or you will die. Don't bother me unless strictly necessary. Keep the... damn it. Keep the door to the shrine locked with the key I made. I don't care which one of you holds onto it. You can tear each other to shreds over it for all I care. Don't even think of setting foot in the ritual chamber, ever. Keep the door to the unfinished section of the maze locked at all times, as a reminder for you feeble-minded vermin. The entrance is sealed using the hidden lever. The torch on the wall next to the door. The door itself is in the room with the blood pool where I sometimes relax. 5. Do something about the damned water elemental already. Do whatever you want with it, just make sure it's gone by tomorrow. Find about a hiding place for the paladin sword from the surface. I'll deal with that later. Remember that your life means less than nothing. I have plenty of people vying to become the Hand of Hasilla. Sounds like a lovely lady, doesn't she? Well, that's some info.
No
There's a
reason
water
to
elemental
pause.
down here. Just double checking my loot. Actually, I'll just double check it from here. Because I should be able to sort. Okay, that's a little easier. and we're at about a medium load. We're kind of getting to the point where we're going to start getting overloaded. And fatigue is also tied to the resting system. So if you're too fatigued, you'll need to rest, or your stats will start to go down. If you rest too much, you're going to get corrupted, and that's going to leave some debuffs that will make shit even harder. And the only way to get rid of all that is to rest in a safe place. So let's see, breastplate and breastplate, that's fine. Do we got any long swords here? We got a dueling sword, that would be good for dual wielding. Yeah, no, it looks like nothing useful yet. Fuck, which one of these doors is the water elemental? Because that's the door I'm most scared of. Okay, it was the other one. Thank fuck. Okay, Sealer, let's see. Mongol Ranger and Mongrel Guard.
Yet another obstacle.
Okay. Leia? Yes, you're targeting the correct person, but from the wrong angle. Land. Head over here, you got a better shot of hitting them. Never mind, Sealer cut them down.
A bright future awaits us.
And we've got more loot. A dart. And that. Okay, and Sealer, kill yourself with the last of the one. Because now we're putting the potion in that slot. And that should be all 4 of the potions she's got equipped. So, let's see here. We got more loot. Now, just in case Camellia does fuck up, I'm going to quick save, because I may want to save scum this if I really have to.
I hope you appreciate this.
Okay, good. Because look at all this goodie. Like, all of this loot.
What's that glitter?
All these goodies. It's gonna be so great. Lan, wanna get in here just to add a bit more perception checks on all the other stuff?
I am helpful, am I not?
I can do all that a little bit from now. Okay. So did we grab any useful loot? Let's take a look at our inventory. What do we got? Battle axe, club, cold iron dagger. Cold iron masterwork dueling sword. Okay, it's virtually the same, but it's got an enchantment. And the enchantment is a bonus to armor class. The armor check penalty of magic armor is lessened by 1 compared to ordinary armors of this type. So this is actually better for the Sealer. And yeah, this is much better. Like, even though this has higher armor rating, that is definitely better. So
I will help where I can.
yeah. Didn't get too much better, but got enough to where that fight with the water elemental might actually be good. Like, we might actually be able to handle that now. We're still probably gonna struggle. There's a chance we may die a couple times. So, yeah, I'm just gonna open the door, walk closer to it, and, close that. There was also something I forgot to do on my character.
Stay on
So
your toes.
let's pause. My ability bar. I think it's spells. No, is it abilities? Light of Angels. Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure it was. Let's just make sure I'm not missing anything extra. Okay, no, just Light of Angels. So, you summon a soothing light, warming the hearts of your allies and obscuring the vision of your enemies. Every ally in a 20-foot radius gets 1 temporary bonus hit point for 1 hour, and the enemies become dazed for 1d4. Wait, so 1d4 rounds. Okay. Right, well, I'm gonna save, because I'm still not entirely certain on how to buff characters
Together
to
we
the best of my
stand.
ability. So,
Open
Camellia,
your heart to me.
please cast Enlarged Person on Sealer. Land. Ah, fuck.
What's on your mind? I
Camellia,
wonder.
please cast that. Okay, let's conserve the time on that. Land. You got nothing? I have that, but I need to wait to use it. Dismiss spell. After the battle, you can dismiss area of effect spells. That's useful for cleaning up messes. So I'm actually going to move that off my front bar and over to here, I think. Just for now. And let's go back to Sealer and here and potions and scrolls. Okay, let's see. Bear's Endurance, yes please. Did I just... I did, but thankfully... let's just fill that up with another health potion, because that's probably going to come in handy very soon. Back to potions and scrolls, Bear's Endurance. So this should give more health and stamina. Cat's Grace. More agile, we don't need that. Enlarged Person really takes away that. Mage Armor. Let's have a drink that. I think that will work. Elementals are neutral creatures, so chaotic and evil don't apply here. Reduced person could make someone smaller. I did just drink a potion of Bear's Endurance, so that scroll won't work. This might be useful. Okay, yep. Scroll of Bless, that will help all of us. Bull's Strength, that will increase her damage. Scroll of Heroism. Yep. These are the undead heals. Scroll of Prayer. I'm actually going to equip one of those, because I think that... Yeah, this will actually need to be used in combat if I want to take full advantage of it. And I could summon a fire elemental, but I won't. Now, as for me, I am going to equip both magic missiles and this.
Rely on me.
And if I go here, does my character have the ability to use all of this? Yep. Okay, any other scrolls? Don't think we want to try summoning that. Not yet, at least. Yeah?
Everything has a price.
I think we're pretty much ready to go, so I'm just gonna go back to Sealer.
No reason to pause.
And I'm gonna make sure that we have this equipped. Okay, I think I'm done buffing.
What do we have here?
Okay, Sealer. Charge this thing. Camellia, stop being fucking stupid and run.
So this is how it feels.
Shit. I know how I'm gonna
bright
buff.
future
We needed her. And she went down immediately. That was a dead run. Immediately. Elementals are no fucking joke, and that one is a big one. That's a big elemental. Shit. I was hoping that would go a bit cleaner than it actually did. Okay, let's pause, go back here, and I'm going to slot this on Sealer, and I'm going to go through all that stuff again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess. Then we go to me and 1, 2. 1. And I didn't do enlarge person yet. So, Camellia. Enlarge Sealer, please. And while you're doing that...
Hesitation is a waste of time.
Usable item. Ah, crap. I meant to put that there. So, usable item. Usable item. Usable item. Move that to the next hotbar. And get them angel magic back. Okay. Pretty sure that was everything. So
Rely
let's
on
go
me.
to Sealer. And this time,
Can't hide from me.
Sealer, charge the fucker. Camellia, stay about here, and let's lower its defense to try and kill it quickly. Meanwhile, I'll go about... Actually, for now, I'll leave me, just so I can get Lan in position. Okay. Now, I shall go here, and... Okay, now, Sealer, you need to...
Just sit here. Don't
Fuck.
worry about me.
Well, we actually did manage to get that off. I'll play this out.
This pain is excruciating.
Chances are we're fucked, but I'm still gonna try and pull this one through. Let's go magic missile. Magic missile. Let's go the... Let's get
So
you...
this is how it feels.
Yeah, no, Lan, just shoot the fucker.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Holy shit, we did it!
Am I at my limit?
I am just astounded that we actually managed to do that. Okay, Sealer, drink, once more. Okay, no, one more. Perfect. Camellia. Yeah, you're fine. That's close enough to full. Lan. I'd feel a bit better if... Yeah.
I will
Okay.
help where I can.
That's fine. Okay, good job, team. Despite the fact that things did not go so well, we still managed. That is a big win. Because that is no easy fight. Are we going to discover the ring in here, or are we going to get unlucky with the perception check?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we got some pretty powerful magic potions too. That's really good. Okay, let's go equipment and take a look at this ring. Oh. Well, I guess because Camellia's been fucking stupid. And what's this? This ring grants the wearer 1 bonus on saving throws against spells with Cold Descriptor, and adds 1 plus DC to all saving throws against spells with Cold Descriptor the caster wears. So, if I give Camellia this ring, and I manage to find some ice spells for her, that will help her that way. Good enough. Sealer. Let's get this off of you. And let's take that and that off, as well as that. And actually, yeah, no. So, potion. Potion. And yeah, nah. So 3 normal potions, 2 really powerful ones. That should be incredibly helpful. And yeah, she did drink them. So it did help. It helped her to stay up longer. I'm not sure by how long though. Okay, I don't know which potion that is, so I'm just gonna clear that off. And 1, 2, 3. That's 5 potions. That should be enough for my tank.
stay on your toes.
A bright future
Okay,
awaits us.
let's pause and check out the rest of our loot. Yeah, nah.
Together,
Okay,
we stand.
I think that's everything downstairs. So, let's get out of there. And
Lead
head
on.
up this way. So, before we continue, yeah, that's the entrance to the shield maze. That was blocked off by rubble right here. This is where we came in from. I don't think there's a room there. This is what I'd be looking at, right? Yeah, no, I'm not seeing a way in. And I don't think there is a room. So, yeah, looks like we're good to continue. Okay, let's just save so I don't gotta go back to that water elemental fight if something does go wrong again. Isn't there supposed to be... Yep, here we are. Okay, Sealer, you run in to meet their fighter. Camellia, may you please go and fight this fucker? Lan, back her up.
You won't survive me.
And I'll help Sealer deal with that person. And that's another good fight.
We will win this war.
Okay, I think that's all for over there. Okay, Camellia, loot that.
I am helpful, am I not?
Okay, so... if I remember right, I'm actually going to have Sealer pull them all out. So...
It is no trouble.
let's try and at least get some idea of what I'm going to do here. So let's unlink
No
everybody.
reason to pause.
Sealer's going to
Rely
go
on
through the
me.
door.
You
So I
can
probably
trust
want
me.
Camellia over here. With me right about
Always watch your
there.
back.
Doubt is the heart's
And
greatest
Lan
challenge.
here. Oh no, actually even. Lan just being right there. And Camellia here might play a better role. Me staying back here, that's
I
perfectly
will
fine.
help where I can.
Let's get this going. Sealer, lure them out.
Hey!
Everybody over here. Lan! Over here! Okay, unlink for the fight. Me over there. Camellia over here. Lan, get back. Camellia, please take that bastard out. He's got ice. You've got a ring against that.
World in crimson.
Together we stand.
Okay, now
We
link
will
back
win
up.
this war.
Let's take that. And all of this. We are now overloaded. Fantastic. Right, well, Camellia, please loot all that. And I'll deal with the overloaded situation in just a moment. Okay, so, to explain how to deal with being overloaded, as I said before, leaving the area the game will give me the option to grab all the loot or pick and choose what I would like to take with me. And for this part, yes, that is the case. However, a little later on, there is going to come a moment where my characters are going to have to go. And it's kind of a scripted event where I'm not going to have that option. When that option comes up, I'm going to be turning off the encumbrance so that I can actually carry all of my gear with me throughout the level. And not lose anything. And after that sequence of events, I am probably going... That might be the end of the stream. I might talk to some people afterwards. But after all that, I'll be turning the setting back on. I'll sell off everything and I will end the stream. And it will all be good to go again for the next one. So, for now, let's take a look at the loot. What I want is Sealer. Let's see here. That's a short sword. Fucking hell, you're not getting lucky at all with your drops, are you? Then again, neither am I. I've got, what, masterwork crossbow, and I haven't found a cold iron one yet. That is not good. And the Baphomet shield is the same, I think. Yeah. We did get this though. Right, so the diary contains only one entry on the very first page. Almost new diary. Life is shit. All my brethren, although what kind of brothers are they really, are having a great time up on the surface. I'm stuck down here with Hosilla, the Nightmare, and the mongrel scum. To top it all off, a pipe's sprung a leak, an elemental is smashing up the kitchen, and Hosilla is sending it to slaughter everyone it meets in the maze's passageways. All I can do is hide around corners, under beds, and in cupboards. I don't want to die. This isn't how I pictured it, serving Baphomet. This isn't how I pictured it at all. Then why the fuck did you become a cultist, mate? Okay, so let's drop all this. And actually, I do know for a fact that the shop's going to be coming in this way. So, what I am going to do is, I'm going to leave Lan here. Just for now. And once I'm in a better spot to drop the loot, I'll bring Lamb over to pick it up. Or actually, no, wait. I think we're going to get into a fight. So after that fight, I'll have Lan come over and pick up all the loot. Okay, so... Yep, there we go. And it's through this door, I believe. And maybe the next one even.
Now what is that?
Oh, all those dings just set off alarm bells in my head. Okay. Camellia, you are no longer a part of the party. Run around, grab loot,
The spirits guide me.
and disarm traps. You're the only one that can do this right now because I want to be careful.
This. At your discretion.
Once I know it's safe, I'll also have Lan run around and do all this.
If it pleases you.
Okay. Put you back in the party. Lan, now it's your turn. You've got better perception, so let's see if you pick up on anything that Camellia may have missed.
What's over there?
Okay. Are we failing any perception checks? Oh my god, yes. Camellia. You got Sealer
No
a new
reason to
sword.
pause.
Thank you. Yes. This is exactly what I needed. That is just fantastic. Okay, let's go back to point and click. And I know about inspection.
On my way.
Okay. Let's see, I know there's more than just what we're seeing. So yeah, cleric, ranger, fighter, yeah, okay, Sealer, I need you to focus that guy. Camellia, you can focus the cleric. I'll focus this cultist alongside Lan.
Endure this!
Okay, yeah.
I'm done with
There we go. Another moderate wounds. Okay, yeah, oh. Okay, I'll just look at my loot from here. Okay, yeah, that looks about right.
Rely on me.
Now, Lan.
Hmm?
I want you to go back and pick up all the loot I dropped.
Tread lightly.
Now I'm gonna
will not
go
be
to
trifled
me,
with.
and I will drop all the loot. I think here. This is a better spot to drop it all. So I'll just actually go here so I don't accidentally drop something that could come in handy. If I didn't notice it before, I will now. Drop, 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 drop. Inventory management. This can be fun in some games and absolute hell in others. This one, I'd say it's kind of got a decent middle ground on being fun to manage, but also annoying as fuck. It kind of just... what did I just do? Okay. That was weird. Okay, that should be everything. Now, let's go back to Sealer and... Ritual pool filled with fresh blood. Okay. Well, I know that that door is progress. So let's save here, since we got our loot on the ground. And go this way. Because the note told us about that lever on the torch lever.
What's that glitter?
A bright future awaits us.
Everybody stop. Camellia. All on you.
I am
That
hopeful,
is one of
am
the
I
reasons
not?
I prefer controller for this. Because I actually have an analog stick where I can very, very precisely control a character's movements. Camellia
I
back
will
on the
help where I
party.
can.
Everybody in, and let's cause some chaos. Okay, Sealer, who do I want you charging at? Hand of Facilla. That seems like a good target. And Camellia, can you run over there? Okay, I want you to decrease their armor class. Meanwhile, I'll run over here. Okay, they got us with Bane. What does that do? I think everybody was hit by that. Okay, so there's a chance that may have only been a walling combat effect. Okay. Let's get a look at our inventory and see what we picked up. Almost new diary, a second note. Hosilla's key, we need that to progress further down the actual path.
Together, we stand.
So that's perfectly fine. No loot popping off here, so let's continue down this way.
They will break against our resolve.
Right. Camellia, I need you to distract that one. That gives me a chance to slip past and get behind them for flanking damage. There we go.
No reason to pause.
This time we actually succeeded in skinning the creatures. Huzzah! Camellia, please lockpick this.
I am helpful. Am I not?
Thank you. This is an amulet that can't be identified, and we also need healing. So let's see, who needs healing the most? You and Camellia. Got it. Use. That's perfectly fine. It's when they're less than. It's only when they're 5 off from where they are at max that I feel nervous around this level area. Natural armor. Is that going to clash with anything? No, it isn't. Fantastic. So Scylla now has even more armor. This will be fantastic. Okay, what's that? A large aggressive creature was kept in this cage. Judging by the bambars, that creature is now loose. Did we kill them already? I can't tell. For anyone wondering, that was my sarcasm. Sometimes I do sarcasm really well. Other times I've had people complain that they couldn't tell I was being sarcastic. So if you were wondering, yes, I was. It's not that I don't think people are stupid, it's just apparently I am not good at doing sarcasm. Because I rely too much on context and not enough on tone. Cambions. Fuck. Scylla, charge in. Camellia. You go over here for now. You can debuff this guy. We want his armor down so that he can't do as much damage quick, because he's gonna die. Is he now debuffed? Did it hit him? Yeah, no, he's debuffed. I will now stand here and buff everybody. Damn it, I was trying to go for an attack of opportunity again. Oh, is that a new bow for land? It could be. Okay, I'm nervous about traps.
What
so everybody,
do we have here?
not a trap, but still good. Before any of that though,
I will help where I can.
Lan. There should be a new bow for you if we're lucky. Okay, so it's basically the same, but it also allows him to add his strength to his damage as well. That should be good.
Rely on me. Together we stand.
Sheila, what's going on with your armor here? Mage armor is conflicting with it.
No reason to pause.
Right. Don't need mage armor when we got that chest piece on, and the mage armor is going to last how long? Another 47 minutes. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that torch unlocks this door, so let's see what's in here. Everybody, get into position. Save, because we've got some good shit.
What's that there?
Camellia, please get that.
I hope you appreciate this.
What's down here? Oh, there's gonna be a fight down here. I just know it. Yeah, there's a Cambion, is it? Yep. Okay, and we got a skeleton here that I can loot, so I'm going to. Sealer, can you charge that Cambion?
The heartbeat quickens.
He's the only one down here. Nope. There's the other.
We will win this war.
Okay, Lan needs healing, so we'll get to that in just a moment. Ah. Okay, that's a puzzle. I know the answer to this puzzle. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you now. If you want to figure this out on your own, because it is a very clever puzzle, but it's also a very frustrating one. If you want to figure this out on your own, here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly heal Lan. Camelia's fine. Seal is fine. I am fine. It's just Lan that needs healing.
I will help.
And, okay, so from here, what's going to happen is, I'm going to go look for the solution to this puzzle, because I know where to find it. If you want to figure it out on your own, look along, like just scroll past, skim over, and try not to pay too much attention to what I'm doing, and kind of just skip to when I've got this door open. I'm not sure when that will be. I'll give you just a second to do that. And now I'm going. Okay, let's see. It's over here. The solution to that puzzle is where? Where is it? I saw it earlier. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so that looks to be green, blue, red, green, or is that yellow, blue, red, yellow? Okay, let's go green, blue, red, green. Nope. Yellow, blue, red, yellow. There we go. Okay, if you've skipped to this point, welcome back. I've just done it, so let's go in. Loot.
I am helpful, am I not?
We got more of this. Oh, here we go. Seal peers closely at the sword, which seems utterly unexceptional to you. Wait, this is... No, it can't be. Her eyes light up. I know that hilt. Radiance, the sword of the great Yanyel. That's what this is, but it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrode with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Camellia. Well, of course this rusted piece of metal must be that very same sword. Camellia rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish that this were the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen this sword 100 times in paintings and in the hands of the statue, in the hands of the Yanyel statue. I've even thought of going to the Estrode Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? What's so special about it? Sealer frowns. Now, nothing, I guess, but the sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yanyel held it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see Radiance's light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense is that they made it a mockery of it. You're emphasizing with an object. Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive? In a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil hands, and as a paladin, I can tell you they did nothing good to it. Who is Yanyel? No, you've never heard of Yanyel? She's famous all over Galarian. She was a great woman, she was born in Mendez, and when the crusade started, she couldn't just sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was always the first into battle, and she never sacrificed other people's lives for tactical advantage. I can't promise to be the same as that, but I will at least try not to throw my people under the bus. That's my only promise. Anyways, back to the very serious conversation that's going on. That's how she's been remembered, as an incredible warrior who seemed to blaze with righteous fury. In all the images of her, she looks capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss, single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her comrades. Maybe they envied her, maybe there was more to it than that, I don't know. But anyway, she went into the World Wound without her fellow soldiers. And she didn't just survive the mission, she even brought back crusaders she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She died in the same way she lived. Proudly, she was covering the escape of the refugees fleeing Dresden. That's where she perished. She wasn't even 40, very young for a half-elf. Yanyel could have still been alive today, after all. The Crusades are less than 100 years old. That's how little time separates us from the heroes of legend. But I guess I don't have time to explain that to you. It mustn't seem like a long time to you at all. Not even a generation has passed since the wound first tainted the world and started taking the lives of brave heroes who opposed it. You know a lot about Yanyel. Are you a fan of hers or something? I suppose you could say that, Sela chuckles. I've always felt an affinity with Yanyel. I know what it's like to not be what your comrades want you to be. Whenever I used to feel under pressure, I always thought of Yanyel. Maybe some people didn't like how she was, but to the people she pulled out of the World Wound, she was perfect. And to the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. And to those who keep her memory alive, she is a hero. That's what counts. How could a priceless relic end up down here? Yanyel disappeared, but by some miracle, Radiance was recovered from the battlefield. No one else has ever wielded it. It is Yanyel's blade, and always will be. That's why it was put in the Tower of Estrode with the other relics of the Crusade. With the other Crusade relics. But now it turns out that someone stole it. Sealer laughs. I have a weird feeling like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it, even if it's no use to us. It's no use to anyone down here, but what if it could be repaired? Let's keep going. And, yeah, there's Radiance. Oh, hang on a second. Could I, perhaps... You know what? Let's give Sealer a legendary sword. It's exactly the same as her old one, but it looks cooler.
Rely on me.
So, yeah, now we got a legendary sword in our party. Probably won't be the first one we get. That's a hint, by the way. Okay, then there was this door over here. We need to pull that lever.
A bright future awaits us.
Oh. Okay, well, anything extra in here? Nope. Just the loot that we can see. Camellia.
I am helpful, am I not?
Okay, is that everything? Appears to be. Let's go through this door. I have a bad feeling, so I'm going to save. Shit. I am so glad I saved. Sealer, get that thing.
Ugh, did I mess up again?
Sealer, charge it. Camellia.
Did I mess up again?
Get the fuck away from that thing, you idiot. Sealer.
The Inheritor!
Take it on.
My blade!
Camellia, get the fuck back, you idiot. Camellia, get the fuck back. Evil Eye the thing. Reduce its armor so we can deal more damage. Now reduce its damage. Never mind, we killed it fast enough. Oh god, that was scary. Another elemental. And this one wasn't water, it was made of fucking rocks. Why is Camellia so dedicated to running headfirst into these things? I got her in front of Lan and myself because she's got melee options. Lan and I, we're ranged completely. We don't have a reason to run up to the fucking enemies and whack them a couple times. She does. But that's not an invitation to, I don't know, run in and try and whack the fucking thing automatically. She's got spells. Why is she trying to run in and kill that shit? Okay. Perfect. Let's actually drop more loot here. Just to be certain.
We will win this war.
I might come back for this loot in just a moment, but I just want to be certain. So, let's go in here. Oh, I remember this room. This room got me my first time through.
I'll watch your back. We make a great team together.
Yeah, good job, Camellia. You found the trap. Now, please disarm it without getting caught in it.
I hope you appreciate this.
That fucking room pissed me off. Okay. Now let's open the door, and I'm just gonna save because disarming the trap again and again if I die just isn't gonna be fun. And seal up.
Let me draw the first blood.
I want you to charge this thing. Camellia, you're not drawing the first blood. You're lowering its attacks. Lan,
Make
you're
every
shooting
strike
that
count.
fucker, and I'm helping.
Cover me!
I will help where I can.
Okay, let's see here. Judging by the corpses littered around the summoning site, the cultists did manage to summon a demon in the end. Not very surprising, that. Okay, let's just quickly go over here and land.
Always be ready for the worst.
Please grab the loot.
What's that noise?
Collect it all. Okay, yep, good. Now, I
Together,
think it's
we
where Camellia
I hear the
is
voice of the
standing, or a
spirits.
bit more off to the side. Yeah, here. That will be fine. I'll drop everything here. Okay, perfect. Now we're back down to light.
Open your heart to me.
Let's get land back on. Let's take back control of Sealer. And let's move so I can see where exactly the loot ended up. Okay, great. Now, we don't really need it too much. However, some of us have got spells and things that we could get refreshed on. So we're going to rest. And we're going to rest in the middle of this bloody ritual circle with corpses and everything. So let's set up camp and recover our losses. So let's see. Protective rituals, yeah. Actually, is Sealer better at that? Yeah, Sealer is better. So why are you doing it? Camouflage, yeah, no. I think we're good. Because, we got... Well, actually, no, we don't need protective charms right now, do we? Let's get rid of that and put Sealer on... Yeah, so I will camouflage the camp. And I'll put... Lan on the first shift. Camellia on the second. Rest. So we're resting for 9 hours. I've traveled across an entire continent, but I've never met a mongrel until you. But I've heard about similar beings that appeared in other parts of the world as a result of the other cataclysms, not just the world wound. Who's that from? Probably Sealer or Camellia. Really, so we're not the only we're not the only lucky ones then. I didn't know that. Nobody in our tribe knew either, it seems. Okay, usually those dialogue things are just like 2 ticks. Yep. We came under attack. Good thing we had a night watch. Yeah, I think we got this.
Rely on me.
And that is why you always have a night watch. With 2 shifts, if you can help it. So let's rest. The rest of the way up. Okay, all our spells and healing have been refreshed. All the buffs have worn off. We're as fresh as can be. Now, I'm going to make sure that everybody has all their shit together. I got that stuff equipped. Ciela has all that, and there's no extra abilities or anything I want her having. Yep.
Well?
Camellia is... I think she's got everything I need her to have. Spirit Hunter can add the Ghost Touch property to a weapon, but this consumes 1 point of enchantment bonus. Battle Spirit, Row bonus at 8th level. Why do you not have that equipped? That actually seems very useful, Camellia. Game, let me cycle through this. There we go. Yep. Just to make sure I'm not accidentally activating the debuff on the whole party. Okay, there we go. Land.
Are we in trouble yet?
Yep. You got two uses of Perfect Strike. And since this is actually a thing that I can turn on and off, I'm going to put that over here. And I'll leave Perfect Strike there. So what does this do again? Grant bonus on damage rolls with ranged weapons at ranges of up to 30 feet. This ability forces you to come into 30-foot range of the enemy you are attacking to ensure you gain the bonuses from point-blank shot. Yeah! That is incredibly useful. It gets him in position and gives him more damage. So yeah, I think I will be keeping that on.
A bright future
And
awaits
it looks
us.
like we're ready to go. So let's do this. Yes, I already just did that. Okay. Just to make sure I don't gotta sit for that tutorial again, I'm gonna save. Right at the entrance. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters, not human or demon. Even tieflings are less defective than you. But I, your master Savamalak, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger, starvelings of the dark. Submit to me. No, we are the descendants of Crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayal of their memory. Well, who is next, descendant of Crusaders? Who values old legends more than their life? Beast, monsters in human guise, reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous Asimar. Eat, underground Crusaders. Eat the flesh of the Crusader from above. Find your true strength. Well, shit. That's some nasty stuff. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees one after another and crawl to the Yasuma's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh. You hear the sloshing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head. Another doubles over. You feel saliva pull in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die. And still the clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. Okay, so, when I said certain paths, I meant mythic paths earlier at the beginning of the video. So, to explain what I mean by that exactly, I have the angel mythic path and the demon mythic path. These two paths, I'm pretty sure no matter what I pick, no matter what road I go down, up until the moment the choice actually matters, at the end of Act 3, I think it is. Like, this is right after the point where I stopped playing. The choice won't actually matter. You'll always have these two options available to you. It's once you finish your go at Dresden that this becomes important. So, when you're in Dresden. So, for now, I'm going to seize the light hidden within you. My character is going to be a bit darker than I originally intended for them to be. But at least the first time this choice comes up, I want it to be a good one. The next choice, however, I am definitely not being nice. One demon already pissed me off, and I listened to the light. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you from within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization. You can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free and enveloping the mongrels grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound has reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. Savamelech. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin. Priscilla points at you. She's already wounded, Wendewag. Kill. Wendewag silently emerges from the shadows. I am no longer your slave, Priscilla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose in where it doesn't belong.
Save the last one for me.
Okay, Seela. Please deal with her. Lan. Shoot your friend.
You've crossed the wrong
I will
mongrel.
help. Camellia. Lower Hosilla's attacks. I mean, lower her defense, sorry. Seela. Good, good. Okay, that hurt me. Lan. Perfect strike. Is Wonderwog down? She is. Good. That's the armor down. I'm gonna try and get a attack of opportunity here. No, what am I doing? Stop me. No. God damn it. O mighty Salvamek, your faithful servant invokes you now. Demons, protect your mistress.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Okay, I'm gonna... No, Seela. Get her attention. Lan, shoot that
won't
fucker.
Survive me.
Camellia,
I'll cut you wide
you get that
open.
one.
This pain is excruciating.
I'm sure it is, Camellia.
The
Okay.
spirits demand your blood.
Me.
You are
Attack.
today's sacrifice. Go for their hearts. So this is how it feels.
Come on, damn it. Okay,
We will win this war.
now we got Wonderwog.
Well, are you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
The wounded Wonderwog looks up at you.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
Lan turns to her, his face twisted in fury. The lizard half is snarling, the eye narrowed.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
I inspect the wound on my chest. The bleeding deep wound on your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
Sighing loudly, Lan whispers.
If she had been marked by the abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this uplander, and judging by the smell of the blood pouring from her chest, the demons will be able to find her wherever she goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
Wendwag smirks and holds Lan in her searing, scornful gaze. The huntress permits herself an indolent, gloating smile, her sharp fangs glinting menacingly in the gloom. So you've been serving Sava Melek this whole time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neithers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered, and I follow whomever is the strongest.
Okay, so to explain a bit of what Wonderwag just said there, in terms of the short life and whatnot. So the mongrels have a very short lifespan. I'm pretty sure that Sol, the old man chief that we were talking with and helping out, to get into the shield maze. I'm pretty sure he's probably in his mid-early 40s, maybe early 50s at the latest. He's not that old, but he looks to be in his 70s or 80s or something much older. The mongrels don't really got a long lifespan, which is really sad. So Len, he's probably got another good 15, 20 years in him. Same with Wendwag, probably.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
That is very harsh, but not entirely wrong.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going into the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Savamelech is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you'd gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
Oh, that is cold.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean that you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry. And she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live and gain the power to change everything. Savamelech tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
Lan looks at her in disgust.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
A predatory gleam appears in Wendwag's eyes.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wendwag.
What did your service to Hostilla entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neeters easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, The evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Okay, I could ask Wonderwog to join me. I don't think it's gonna work. But I'm going to tell Wonderwog that she can leave, and I never want to see her face again.
Do you think I like looking at you, Uplander? I'll just wait till you're asleep, and then I'll slit your throat. No matter where you are.
You can certainly try. You'll die, though.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
Understandable, dude. You do what you need to do. Chief Soul appears flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is labored and the sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What is this? Anavia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out old Holrun isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here, damn it. Horgus's lip curls in distaste and he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mongrels. You said you were in charge of reconnaissance for the Eagle Watch, Anavia. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Canabras? Anavia sighs. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, right. Like it wasn't enough that I sniffed out after every damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows the story about the demons living beneath the streets of Canabras. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I've messed up, but you fixed my mistakes, so thanks. Well, how's the leg? Anavia winces slightly, but forces a smile. Better than yesterday, worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die, don't worry. This place must be burned with holy flame. You need to look after the young mongrels. I don't know what they'll be like when they come to, but look after them, Chief. They went through something horrific today. Not everybody is capable of enduring something like that. It will change them forever. As long as they can hunt, the rest can wait. Uplander and you, Lan, you save them. Only the gods can salvage their souls. But we are a tribe. We will think of something, and when they're stronger, they can go up to the surface. The time has come. This place must be burned with holy flame. The place is overrun with demons, but that's not the worst part. Wonderwog, she's been working for the demons all this time, luring the young, strong mongrels into the maze. He nods at the unconscious... sorry about that, I thought I heard an alarm. He nods at the unconscious mongrels. We might still be able to save these ones. They can't get any stupider, that's for sure. But they might be meaner than they were before. But I suppose all teenagers are monsters in their own way. Sol laughs, but it comes out as a rasp. Ah, Lan, we don't waste words on people who don't listen to the tribe. You act the fool, you suffer the consequences. Sol gives a ragged sigh. Wonderwog, how could she? She deceived them and then she left. What's become of us? Chin up, Chief. The kids you rescued are safe now, the demons are gone, and the traitor's being dealt with. All's well that ends well, I say. It's time to get out of here. Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface, and I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out there in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skinning cave rats. Sol heaves a sigh. You never were one of us. You always looked up. You think I don't see these things? Our life is not for you. You must go, but where? Where is the way out? Fucking hell, it's hard to speak like him. I'm having to focus so intently on it. Beats me, but these beasts got down here somehow. Land searches Hosilla's body and shows you some papers and a key. I don't know what these documents are, but I'm sure this key will come in handy. Anevia's eyes quickly skim over the letter and she passes it to you. Those cheeky sons of... This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Canabras right now as soon as we get back to the surface. We'll find out what's what. Okay, good job, team. Let's loot some buddies. Okay, Horgus. Good to see you. At last, we're getting out of these filthy caves. Best of luck when the time comes. We will follow. There's Dyra. So... Lan.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Want to do me a huge favor and go grab all our loot?
Request. I'm curious.
Okay, let's put you back onto there, and I will take over for now. Anavia, how about it? Want to head up? People are probably worrying about me up there. Yeah, sure. Give me just a moment to talk to Dyra. Okay, let's bulk sell. Make sure I am not getting rid of something, and... Okay, yeah, no, those are a very common drop. I probably had it. So I've been carrying that around for no real reason, then. Oh, well. In terms of the daggers... where are they? Daggers. That's stack of 10. Those are just regular daggers. I know I'm going to need a couple of them. We're not going to need this. We're not going to need that. I'll keep that, and I'll keep that for now. And, yeah, we'll accept that trade. So that's a good bit of cash right off the bat. And, let's see, anything else? Anything that we'd want? This is all the shit I've sold. I guess that's useful. I probably could have used that in the maze, but better to have and not need, so I got it now. Yeah.
Everything has a price.
And...
Careful now.
Okay, so now, before we leave, let's set up another camp and heal up, because we're about to get into another big fight. And, well, yeah, the fight is definitely gonna be tough. Yep. We'll just go with what we already got set up from before.
I can feel evil lurking in you, but you act like a normal person and a good comrade.
How should I know what your goddess considers evil? Maybe I wasn't polite enough to my servants, or didn't give enough coins to beggars in the street.
Camellia! Whoa! Sealer's detecting some evil there. I think Beersy may have had a point. Okay, well, nothing happened this time. So we got Horgus. There's Sol. Anavia, the mongrels. I guess now's the time to quick save and continue on. I'll keep an eye out for more loot, and if needed, I will just run it right back. Okay, yeah, no. Once we go through here, I don't think there is any turning back. So, in this part of the mission, for this section of the game, if I do get encumbered, I am just going to turn off the encumbrance penalty for movement. None of the other penalties for encumbrance will be turned off. It's literally just to let me keep it moving. Because if I drop stuff, I'm not going to be able to turn around and get it back.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the Wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Oh, is that Erebeth? I think that's Erebeth. The surface, finally, I miss the fresh air so much. Okay, well, I'll actually take control of Seela because she's our tank. And the tank always leads the charge, at least as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's save here, because I think there's a perception check I'm going to want to hit. No. Okay. Never mind, it might be a different room. Well, upstairs we go. And we get to meet Erebeth! Yes! Just gotta get through this doorway. Or this archway, sorry. There she is. The half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Iomede's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused, and her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you are friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots an Avia.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. I'm here. This here is a new friend. She rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without her, we'd never have made it out.
Nevia strokes Erebeth's head and whispers something in her ear, then stands back and points at you.
Let me introduce you to my wife, Erebeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
She turns to you.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabris. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
The half-orc nods. Her stern voice grows a little softer. Where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
What is the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabris will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world.
Yeah, I know exactly what that Wardstone is. In fact, because of my first playthrough, I know more about it than you actually do. Including its... I wouldn't exactly call it a dark secret, but it's not exactly a good one. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil too much on that. I'm just going to say that there is something about it. And either you'll see it through my playthrough, or you will find it on your own once you start playing this game yourself. But, either way, there is something about the Wardstone that you will find very interesting. But to explain what the Ward Stone is, it's a big stone that protects this city and many of the other cities like it. It should have stopped what ended up happening with is it Kasari? Discari, that's his name. The demon lord that attacked. That Ward Stone should have prevented him from getting into the city, and it should have stopped his minions from getting into the city too. Unless someone summoned them from the inside, but, well, people would have really been able to take notice. People would have taken notice really quick, and they would not have been able to succeed. So what ended up happening was an anomaly, at least as far as everyone else is concerned and aware.
I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
I have important information about the location of a cultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
We met some mongrels who live beneath Canabras. This is Lan.
Most people in Canabras think that the children of the First Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Surprise steals across Erebeth's face, but it quickly gives way to respect.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
Keep up the jokes and you probably will, Lan. What's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabras hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canabras.
Tell me about the Ward Stone. Why is it so important?
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
How did the Ward Stone end up in the Grey Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabras, but this time, their lord Discari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Ward Stone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost, yet. Discari has gone, but the Ward Stone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon! The Ward Stone should have burned his filthy hide!
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
So yeah, as I said, what happened with Discari and his invasion and all that stuff, it is a very big anomaly. And it's my job to figure that out. Or it will be in just a bit.
That's the spirit. You, take a Navia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
So yeah, let's not waste any time to battle. Erebeth turns to one of her fighters.
That stupid locust.
You hear labored breathing interspersed with disgruntled mutterings. Horgus is holding his rapier hilt in a white-knuckled grip. A bead of sweat trickles down from his temple.
Lord Horgus Gwyrm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabras can be said to be safe right now.
Perfect.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
With a crooked smile, Lan plucks at his bowstring to test the tension in it, then lowers his voice.
For Iona Day! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Erebeth raises her blade, and the soldiers, inspired by her cry, rush into battle with renewed vigor. Right, well, we got a bit of looting to do really quick. I don't think there's much of it that we can do. This door is blocked. So, let's go over this way. That door's also blocked. Staunton Van.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Okay, Seela, can you rush in?
Did I mess up again?
Alright, let's... Okay, now can you rush in? It doesn't matter who you get, we got so many numbers, we're fine. Our numbers are too great. The enemy can't do anything. Right now, we severely outnumber them.
We will win this war.
They're the fucking idiots. Okay, now... let's see. Did I get a crossbow that I can now actually use? No?
Rely on me.
Okay, well, let's save here, because this is a door I may want to save scum. Yeah, 60%.
Ah, not this time.
Yeah, I'm save scumming. I said this would happen a few times. I am not ashamed of it because the random number chances are just nasty. And the hardest difficulties of this game, if I remember right, the hardest difficulties is basically you trying to outsmart the machine and the machine trying to outsmart you. The game really is trying to kill you. And you gotta know the game inside and out to pull off some bullshit to get around it. So, this game is not supposed to be easy, and it's supposed to be actually kind of hard and just mean.
I hope you appreciate this.
So I don't feel bad about doing this at all. Because, yeah, the game kind of actively encourages it for lower difficulties. In saying that, though, when it comes to big choices, it doesn't exactly encourage it, but it gives the option. As long as you know to save beforehand. So I don't feel too bad about doing that. That's a part of the ward stone, the rest of it is up above. But we can't see the whole thing. Hey, I know you, so you're one of these cultists. How's it going, pal? Want to join? Your lot will all be dead soon, but we'll be alive. I can't. Come on, leave those losers. The Crusades are over. Soon the demons will rule the whole world. Here goes nothing. All hail Baphomet. Cowardly traitors, I swear on the sword of Iomedae, you will answer for that.
Time to rob them of their treasures.
Okay, you lot, deal with them. Seela, please don't fucking die. I am going to go over here and use a spell. And if I do it too far away from where my character's actually standing, she will run there to cast it. I think I hit my allies, but it did deal with a lot more of the enemies than it did our allies. So I'm fine with that. Okay.
No reason to pause.
plenty of reason. The loot. Okay, yeah, I think we hit the cap. And as I said before, leaving any loot here will mean losing it permanently. So I am going to bullshit this. So there was, where was it? Party damage, auto level ups, speed depends on weight, turning that off, saving that. Now I can run around again, and I can loot all of this, and I can still continue the quest. Because the next time I come here, all that loot will disappear. We're gonna get exhausted faster carrying all that shit around, but now we're not gonna lose speed. And if I'm remembering right, once I get a bit closer over here, the floor here is supposed to give out, or maybe I'm still standing in that area. Or is that the floor above? Yeah. So, I will say this much. I'm not going to be able to do much with the wardstone at the moment. I'm going to have to leave and come back. And when I leave, I'm not going to be given a choice. So, I actually am kind of stuck.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh!
The face of this demoness could be called pretty if it had eyes. Her mouth slowly widens into a smug grin.
What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
The demon's mouth drops open in surprise, and she brings her manicured hand up to cover it.
Margo. You again, you wench!
The aged dwarf from Erebeth's troop, silent up to now, spits on the floor. His hardened, craggy face, like storm-weathered stone, twists as if in pain.
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
The half-orc is too well-bred to spit on the floor, but the name sounds like a slur on her tongue. Hey, demon woman! What's wrong with your face?
Oh, how rude. You're one to talk, mortal, with a face that even a mother would loathe. Staunton, sweetie. You're not going to let your friends speak to me like that, are you?
You performed an action that was chaotic. I knew that would happen, and I fucking love I can do that. 'Cause fuck this bitch. She sucks.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life is torn to the abyss. She's the reason why Teresin fell.
The dwarf's voice rasps like rusted metal.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, no, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
Minago threatens Staunton with a dainty clawed finger.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
Right, well, now we got some demons to kill, and I'm gonna let Erebus' crew charge in first. So, what I'm gonna do is, everybody, stay in formation. I said stay in formation. Let Erebus' crew get in first. Okay.
Did I mess up again?
Because we could take a lot of unnecessary damage in this part. Okay.
Rely on me.
Let's loot more and more and more. The more loot, the better. Okay, that's everything here, I think. Okay, there's a law religion thing here. Let's try it.
Oh, well, that happened.
God damn it. Mobility check.
The mongrel did it.
Yes, he did, Lan. You did it. And here's the top of the ward stone. As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with the power coming from the stone. Suddenly your head is filled with voices screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening voices, pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. But what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Sounds terrifying, except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more and boom.
Nagago's laugh rings through the chamber.
Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
The demon blows Staunton a kiss and then holds out her leg, which ends in a cloven hoof instead of a foot. Who are
You've
you?
already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
What about all the people and everything else that they've done, Camellia?
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Exactly.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
You feel righteous fury swell within you. How dare this demon besmirch the ground of this beautiful world with her hooves? A world created by the gods and cultivated by mortals and these cultists. How dare they betray all that is sacred in this world and join the forces of the foulest evil? Can they repent and redeem themselves, or have they followed the path of evil past the point of no return? The ward stone seems to sense your thoughts. The chamber grows slightly brighter. What are you doing to the stone?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
The demon brings her clawed finger quotatiously to her lips. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. But, yeah. Anyways.
Prepare to fight so that...
You feel a sudden rush of wild rage, and with it comes a feeling of monstrous, unbridled, destructive power. It is like the power you felt in the Shield Maze, where you were confronted by Savamelech. But now it feels more fully fledged, more conscious. And I know I skipped Irabeth, but, prepare to fight to the death demon. We won't let that happen. Yeah, no, let's do some demonic rage. You're sick of talking. Why do you have to listen to her? Why can't you just crush her? Why can't you just crush, rip, devour whoever you want? Whoever's in your way. A malevolent roar erupts unbidden from your throat. You performed an action that was evil. I was not aware that was evil, but oh well.
Hey, are you alright? If you're planning on going berserk, don't forget who's friend and who's foe. There she is. The demon! Go get her!
Hearing the roar, Thornton shoots you a wary look. Bull check succeeded. You send the troublesome dwarf sprawling to the floor with an elbow to the face. The time for chatter has passed. The demon, that wench, she must die. The rage bursts free. You want only one thing. To rip Minago's horns from her skull and shove them down her throat.
Time to rob them of their treasures.
I think I'm also buffed up by my anger as well. Yeah, demonic rage. Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's... Come on, mate. Let's do that from about there.
This is my chance to run! I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the ward stone? Here's a little demonstration.
Irritation seeps into Minago's voice. The demoness whispers a spell, and a wave of darkness seeps through the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, but it is nothing compared to what you feel. Thousands of voices once again burst into your mind, drowning you in their moans, screams, and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull. Yeah, I'm still very pissed off, so I'm gonna be a fucking asshole.
Powerless rage. I love it. Threaten me more.
The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wall of screaming. Your vision goes dark. Blech. Yeah, that was fun. Because in my mind, that kind of makes sense. I'm fucking sick of demons by this point. My character would have been at a breaking point. Because, people lose their composure all the fucking time. I just decided to have it that my character lost their composure.
Praise Iomade, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long, I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
What happened?
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
You mean the dwarf I knocked out with my elbow helps me back here? That's great. It doesn't matter how much of a prick I am, apparently I still get help. I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems they are holed up in the Tower of Estrode.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
What is the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomade's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Tell me about the Wardstone. Why is it so important?
The Wardstones are a gift of Iomade. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial armies. The Wardstones keep the World Wound from expanding.
Can I help you in any way?
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Wardstone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone.
Right, so, as I said, there was an anomaly with the stone. And I am supposed to figure out what that is. There is the quest for it. I'm going to be leaving that for a fair bit later into the tutorial area. Because we're still not out of the tutorial. Canabras itself is the tutorial. The caves beneath Canabras were just an introduction. Canabras is the entire tutorial, and, well, I guess the tutorial doesn't really end until we get to Dresden. Technically it does end, and a lot of big story beats do happen along the way to get to the end of Canabras. And get on the way to Dresden. But there's still a lot to it. So there's that to keep in mind.
Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was.
I know exactly where he is.
I remember the storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened.
That poor bastard. First I knocked him the fuck out, then he was forced to drag me back here, and now I gotta go over to him and demand where this storyteller is. He's probably not very happy with me. After all, I knocked him the fuck out.
There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use.
The half-orc smiles at you encouragingly.
And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabris, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure.
Urbith clears her throat.
One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Everything is clear.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabris still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault.
Okay.
Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Inevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Thank you. Okay, so, here is around the area where I would call the, playthrough. So, I'll get to that pet. That's a summonable pet, kind of like my hair for increased perception and all that good stuff. But, yeah, for now, I'll leave that. And I'll just go straight to the barkeep, because I know he is a shop. And I can sell shit to him, and then I'm going to put stuff in the chest. Hey, mind if I bend your ear about something? And Avia is outside your door, leaning casually against the shelf. So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission, I get that, and I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action, but here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Everything seems clear so far. What else do you wish to discuss? So the rift that damned beetle left with its scythe, yeah, well, it cut the city into two. And it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried to make it to make sure. But if you got a mind to go across, and I think you're going to have to eventually, you might want to give the square a once-over. Do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? You what? No, your task is far too important. You can't just hole up here all cozy-like, waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them, but if those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to you to get to you. If that happens, you leg it back here, right? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile. Got it? When do you think the demons will next attack? Your guess is as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand, and that we're gonna push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know. After they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition, so if you've got any business that needs taken care of, you'd better do it soon. Thank you for the warning. See you later. Later. Watch yourself out there. Okay, so what Anavia was just talking about there, the defense of the tavern, that is a big event that will happen. And if I don't get to certain things before that happens, I will lose out on some quest opportunities. When I was talking to Beersy, one of my guildmates from a game that we both play, when I was talking to him in the first episode about the guy killing priests, that happened because I did not get to him before. Yeah, I didn't get to him before the tavern was attacked. If you talk to him after the tavern is attacked, you get the worst possible outcome. And I am not changing that outcome. I accidentally did that my first time through with the character that I've remade. I am not trying to get everything perfectly done the first time through. So I'm going to stick with that consequence and suck it up and see how things go. There could be a long-term effect that I'm just not reaching yet. There could be short-term effects. I don't entirely know. And, well, actually, before I talk to the innkeep, Horgus Worm. Here, take this. Yes, it's 2,000 coins. Take your payment and remember that Horgus Worm always keeps his word. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of our future cooperation, Horgus looks at you with unvarnished disapproval, his arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay. What do you mean, a job for someone like me? For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze, and then lie down drunk in the gutter. Or do you think you're somehow different? A traveling knight, perhaps, noble of heart, but without a coin to your name? Horgus sizes you up critically, then sighs and shrugs. You seem a reliable enough ally to me, and you did get me out of those mongrel caves. So why should I care what you do with my money once you've got it? Perception check failed. Horgus seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. I would ask that you refrain from such statements in the future. Horgus puts his hands on his hips. Oh really? How impudent. No one dares tell Horgus Worm how to address the rabble. What kind of job is this? You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabris. I still have, well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attack, every thief, fraudster in the city had tried to get inside one way or another. I shuddered to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside this tavern, damn cowards and traitors. That's what they are. Also, please do take Amelia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all. What kind of reward are we talking here? 1,000 gold coins, Horgus replies without hesitation. Can you double that? Ha, yeah right. For that kind of money, I could hire Queen Galfrey herself to guard me. 1,000 is my final offer. Unfortunately, I was never able to get this dialogue successfully done, so... Still. Marvelous. Most excellent. Horgus' face relaxes, smoothing a few of the tense lines. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry unless you want me to lower your reward. You're not going to do that. Okay, innkeep. A strange figure towers over the bar, a huge ungainly man with skin so milky white that his blue veins are visible even from a distance. His bald head is equal parts lumpy and pitted, and blood-filled eyes stare impassively out at you from beneath his pale brow. The glass in the albino's large, clumsy hands look dangerously delicate, as if one twitch of those callous fingers would be enough to crush it. A golden medallion with a tankard gleams around his neck. What'll it be? The medallion you're wearing, that's a sacred symbol, isn't it? Are you a cleric of Caden Callian? I'm a tavern keeper, best in the city, the best there's ever been, and I pray to the best god there is. Fair enough, and thank you for the 5 experience. Let me sell my shit to you. Good enough.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
Okay, now, before I end off, I'm going to quickly check what this is. So this is a Sovereign Dragon. I will take that, and I'll go over what that is next video. And I'm going to need that dagger soon. That iron sword could be good. That's fine. We want to keep all of that. I'll be putting the scales from Terendalav in there, as well as the, damn it. I want those lockpicks back. I don't know what's going on there, but that should not be happening. Okay, let's try doing it from the far back. That sends me back to the top. Okay, well, first aid kits. I'm going to want to keep all that on me. So, yeah. Damn it. I need that dagger. So, let's empty out the inventory as much as possible. And, yep, there we go. Got the dagger, got all the glaives, I got all of that stuff. Perfect. Okay, so, next video, I will be going about Canabris, doing all that I possibly can within the time I set for myself. And along the way, we'll recruit some more party members. We may get up to the tavern defense. And, well, there should be plenty of other good and fun things out there. I am definitely looking forward to actually going through this game, because I love it. It is fun, it is crazy, it is wild. So, yeah, with that said, I won't be gearing up or anything, I'll just be saving game and ending stream here. And, next time, I'll also upgrade some gear. With that said, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.